A 3-year-old boy has been killed after a male relative is suspected of setting the family's home on fire when he was prevented from entering. Last night around 11:45 p.m., the 3-year-old and his mother were at home when a male relative broke open a window, entering the home. The mother ran to call her brother for help. However, when she returned, the house was already on fire. The mother and 3 of her other children managed to escape, but the 3-year-old was left behind. When the fire service arrived, they discovered the completely burnt body of the 3-year-old boy. Life is difficult enough dealing with different personalities outside of your home, but you see when the monster is a relative and lives inside your home, that is a problem. The body of a 19-year-old Valencia woman who was last seen alive on September 12 last year has been identified. The body has been identified as Maria Paul, and she lived with her mother on Plantation Road in Valencia. After her disappearance, police found the remains of a female in a shallow grave, which they assumed to be hers because of a slipper that was found near to the scene that was purchased by her mother. The body was found on October 1st last year, and police opted to have DNA testing done on the body to ensure it was Paul's. Earlier this week, the test came back positive that it was Maria Paul. And this is why I say things are backward in this country. It took 4 months for the DNA results to come back, for you all to actually prove that the body was Maria Paul's. That is unacceptable. Condolences goes out to the family. I can't imagine what you all have been going through. Just the fact that somebody will murder a young lady and take away her future is a demonic act. And these brazen and bold-faced murders don't reflect the true essence of the Trinidadian people. But it has some bad apples in the bunch that is killing the vibes, killing the spirit of Trinidad and Tobago. And these people need to be dealt with urgently. You go let me know what you all think. Police and Coast Guard responded yesterday to reports of a number of bodies found on a pirogue drifting off the east coast of Trinidad. According to police reports, the bodies were found on a small boat near an offshore rig. Sources also state that the boat appears to be wooden and foreign. The identities of the deceased and the cause of their death remains unknown. Guys, I want to introduce you all to Kenneth Wallace. He is 69 years old and was an employee at the Ministry of Works for over 40 years. He has 2 serious medical issues of both the heart and lungs, and he urgently needs a pacemaker installed. He has a complete heart blockage and the electrical nodes in his heart are not working properly to pump blood out. He was diagnosed at the Port of Spain General Hospital but was discharged and sent home with a pulse rate of 28%. His son Shaka reached out to me because he said the Port of Spain General Hospital does not have readily available pacemakers for heart patients, meaning the family has to see about this privately. I have attached Shaka's number, so if anybody is able to help, you all can reach out to him. And I know not everybody is able to help monetarily, but prayers and support could also go a very long way. You all have a good day, guys. I ain't gonna lie, right now I'm feeling a little salty. TikTok, all they moving like the Trinidad and Tobago government, all they ain't giving nothing to our citizens. We'll see it for the Caribbean region. So TikTok, tell me why. Why can't Caribbean creators be compensated by monetizing our content in the reward program? We all add to the popularity of this app. So why are there haves and have-nots with the reward program? Before the TikTok blackout, I saw American creators talking about how grateful they are that they paid off for their car, they paid off for their home, and that's all great. But you're forgetting us here in the Caribbean. There's so many Caribbean content creators that are making amazing content. I looked at my content the other day, and just a week of content added up to years of my audience life. What is fair for one group of people had to be fair for others. So I want you all to ask TikTok why. I got this idea from Brando. Tag TikTok in the comments and ask them why. Why are Caribbean content creators not being compensated for their content? Also, let's make this a challenge to challenge the system. Tag your favorite Caribbean content creator and challenge them to ask the system why. Why are Caribbean content creators not being compensated with the reward program? A man from Penal who admitted to torturing and burying alive a neighbor when he was a teenager has been released from prison after 2 decades on remand. Dylan Ramnath was released yesterday as he was sentenced after pleading guilty to murder. Ramnath and 2 other men were accused of murdering Tulsi Ramkisoon on July 2006. His co-accused did not plead guilty and are still awaiting a trial for the crime. Ramkisoon went missing in 2006. 3 weeks later, his body was found decomposing in a shallow grave. His autopsy showed that his body suffered multiple injuries, including broken limbs, before his death. Due to his age at the time of the crime, he was sentenced at the court's pleasure. He is currently 35 years old. Let's be real with ourselves. A crime like this at any age is psychopathic. And now we, as the law-abiding citizens of this country, have to hope and pray that this man is a changed man after prison. Because right now, as the youths these days are doing the crime 16, 17, 18, right? And if our justice system is viewed as jokey and punishment is not being handed down, then crime could never done. So let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think a heinous crime like this should be life in prison without any sort of parole? Because at the end of the day, your victim didn't have a chance. Y'all didn't give him a chance. And do y'all think that the justice system in Trinidad and Tobago is currently jokey? Or let me know what y'all think. Following the reveal of the country's new coat of arms, where a gold steel pan and 2 pan sticks replace Columbus's 3 ships, Martin George is calling for the removal of one of our national birds, the coquelicot. Martin George saw no problem with the inclusion of the pan, but took issue with the coquelicot, calling it a pest. He cited that the Prime Minister is from Tobago and should see it fit to remove the national bird. He said the coquelicot is an unacceptable bird to grace the country's coat of arms, calling it loud and destructive, and saying that it serves no useful purpose to be a protected bird. His suggestion is that it should be replaced with the hummingbird. Honestly, I've never seen a coquelicot, but referring to one of our national birds as a basic pigeon is crazy. So y'all let me know, do y'all think as a country we're starting to nitpick a little too much on our coat of arms? Because honestly, we have a lot more pressing issues to see about in this country, like crime. And y'all let me know, is the coquelicot as bad as Martin George is saying that it is? Y'all go let me know what y'all think. And y'all go let me know, because I have no clue. Is the coquelicot as bad as Martin George is claiming it is? Y'all go let me know. A 14-year-old boy and 2 16-year-olds are among 4 arrested in relation to gang affiliation in Sawa. Police visited Peterborough on Sunday, where they saw 3 teenagers standing next to a 19-year-old suspected gang member. On seeing the police, the 14-year-old boy dropped a blue bandana, which police searched and found 2 rounds of 45mm ammunition. The teenagers were arrested on being affiliates to a gang. The 19-year-old gang member was also arrested. It seems these days everybody want to be bad and everybody want to be a gangster, until you mess around and get yourself killed, and they go and make your mother cry, your father cry, your auntie and your uncle cry. Your same friends that you're running around with, they go and do the same foolishness until they end up dead themselves. Being a gangster is not about killing, robbing, or doing something stupid. Put on for your family. Get your family out of poverty. That is what going to make a gangster. So let the code be. Stay alive. Have fun. Track girls. Multiple of them. But that bad man thing just go and lead you to an early grave. So let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that the youths today are going astray with bad man and gangster behavior? And what could be done to actually, let them live their lives, let them live a normal, carefree life. A life that you don't have to look behind your back. Or you go let me know what y'all think. A single bullet took the life of Sharida Ali, a mother of 2 who stood in the kitchen of her best friend's home. Whether law enforcement or bandits fired the fatal shot is under investigation. Around 6 p.m. on Saturday, police responded to the theft of a car in Aruka. A pursuit began as the car headed west along the Beetham Highway. Police said that the 2 men exited the car and fired several shots at the police. The police returned fire, and during the crossfire, Ali was shot by a stray bullet. Ali, who was lineman by a friend's house in Beetham Gardens, was struck in the head by a stray bullet. The suspects escaped. However, the police took Ali to the Port of Spain General Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Condolences goes out to her family.
Shot, 1 shot. Come on the highway. That's how she come to see injuries, but she done dead on the ground. I tell the policeman, I say, I passed the girl on die on the ground there. But I called the MO one time to pick she up, go jog she, and so she run. But she done dead already on the ground, inside of the, on the ground. And I said, what the So that's the, we're going, policeman them come and they jack she out and they choose she and they carry she up in them.
The new design for the country's coat of arms has been released, and it features a gold steel pan and gold pan sticks replacing Columbus's ships. Well, I don't know about you, but that new design has been playing with my OCD. Honestly, the pan sticks. I don't understand why the pan sticks were positioned in the way they were positioned. I don't even understand why the pan sticks are there in the first place. Then the artwork of the pan doesn't match the previous artwork of the coat of arms that is still there, so it looks thrown together. The next thing that messes with my OCD is the gold color of the steel pan. The gold color of the steel pan doesn't match the gold color of the helmet, and it doesn't match the gold color of the hummingbirds. Overall, the new design doesn't hold up to me as a professional piece of artwork that compares with the old design. However, I still support the removal of the 3 ships. So y'all let me know, do y'all support the artwork? Did it stand out to you? Y'all go let me know what y'all think.